Let's think about it this way. You can be building a business in agriculture, healthcare, education. You need to figure out how your customers pay you or how you pay your own customers. So the underlying fabric for any business, whether it's traditional, etc., is payments.
How do you, as an organization and as an investor, determine which startups to channel funds? That's one part of the question. The other part of the question is, which industries are receiving more attention than others and why?
That's a good question. I will not say that investors are, maybe missing out on any particular sector because I don't want to sound paternalistic. Because at the end of the day, every fund has their own unique thesis that drives their investment decisions. But let's think about it this way. You can be building a business in agriculture, healthcare, education. You need to figure out how your customers pay you or how you pay your own customers. So the underlying fabric for any business, whether it's traditional, etc., is payments. You need to solve for payments. So historically, a lot of funding has gone into the fintech vertical because of number one, what I've just explained. But number two, fintech as a vertical is also easier to understand and the probability to show quick returns is there. But there are some emerging sectors which are ripe for disruption, which I think is going to drive the next wave of growth. Because after the basic infrastructure of payments is in place, the next stage is trade facilitation. Whether it's intra-Africa trade or trade between Africa and the rest of the world. And this is where I think the next wave of growth is going to come from. We're going to see it in traditional sectors like agriculture, healthcare, logistics, and supply chain. For us at Norskin 22, one of our portfolio companies, Sabi, has built a product trace which connects exporters to global off-takers and it's able to provide them financing on top of that. So I think the next wave of growth we are going to see will come from a lot of these non-fintech sectors, which, cause payments is solved, those ones are going to take off. And those who have a semblance of trade. One thing that, we've had a lot of case studies about successful fintech stories. If I ask the audience to name 10 successful African startups, probably 9 out of the 10 will all be fintech. And the reason is that there's been a lot of case studies on the success from fintech, right? Paystack, Flutterwave. Paystack is one of the big poster child for Africa success story, because of the eventual acquisition by Stripe. What we need to do more of as investors or ecosystem enablers is to highlight a lot more of these non-fintech stories that we see so that it becomes top of mind of the impact some of these other sectors are also making.